For those of you that use Google Slides, adhering to the themes and templates provided get old pretty fast. Today's tutorial will provide you with 7 tools that will help you visually improve your Google Slides presentations. So we're going to begin with tool number 1, and that is a tool called Slidesmania. Slidesmania is not an extension, it is not an add-on, it is just a website that provides free templates for your Google Slides presentations. So to get to Slidesmania, you can simply search for it in your search bar. And once you have that search completed, you can go ahead and click on the link and it will take you to the website. Now, the great thing again about Slidesmania is that it provides free templates for its users. Not only can these templates be used on Google Slides presentations, but they can also be used for PowerPoint. So those are 2 excellent options for you, and you can choose whichever one works best for you. For today's purposes, however, we are going to focus on Google Slides presentations. So to actually view the templates, you scroll to the top of the page, and up here at the top are various categories for you to choose from. And so I am going to just select Fun. When you select that category, it's going to take you to different templates that are already pre-made for you. Now, even though these are pre-made, you can edit them once you actually get into your Google Slides presentation. So as I scroll through the page here, you can see some of the different examples. And I am going to go ahead and go to page 2 here. And I think I like this template right here. So if you want to use an optional template, go ahead and just click on the template and you'll be taken to another page that provides a bit more information on the exact template. As you continue to scroll through the page, you will be given 2 options to either download the template as a PowerPoint presentation, or you can export the template for use in Google Slides. So let's go ahead and export for Google Slides. As this file loads, you'll just be given a preview right here initially. You want to select Use Template here in the upper right-hand corner. So go ahead and select Use Template, and the template is automatically going to export into a Google Slides presentation that you can edit for yourself. So that is Slidesmania. Again, this is not an extension or an add-on. It is a website that you go to find free templates that you can use for either Google Slides presentations or for PowerPoint presentations. The next tool I would like to talk to you about is an add-on called Unsplash. Unsplash is an option if you would like to add images to your Google Slides presentations and not use a template. So if you were to use Unsplash, you would want to have a blank Google Slides presentation. And I am going to go ahead here and delete the text boxes, and I need to add an image to my Google Slides presentation. So to do that, I would go to my add-ons here, and I am going to select Unsplash Images and insert Unsplash Photo. Now to get Unsplash as your add-on, you would need to select Get Add-ons and simply search for Unsplash and add that as an add-on. So again, Unsplash Images, insert an Unsplash Photo. And over here on the right-hand side, you are going to see photos pop up. Now, again, the great thing about Unsplash is that with these photos, you don't have to worry about any copyright infringement issues. So whatever you use is free to use and it is okay to use. So let's say let's look for America. All right, this looks like a good image to use. So you simply just click on the image and it automatically loads itself onto your Google Slides presentation, and it automatically adjusts for size as well. So that's a nice feature of this as well. So Unsplash, pretty straightforward here with the program. You would use this option if you would like to just provide background images on your Google Slides presentation, and you don't have to worry about any copyright infringement issues that might possibly crop up either. Another add-on called Extensis Fonts. Extensis Fonts is going to provide you with alternative font options that are in addition to the fonts that are typically provided on Google Slides presentations. So in order to use Extensis Fonts, you would go to your Google add-on up here. And if you did not have the actual add-on, you would go to Get Add-ons and search Extensis Fonts. I already have mine, so I will go to Extensis Fonts and I want to start. And so again, just like with Unsplash, Extensis Fonts is going to crop up over here on the right-hand side of the screen, and you can see that there are fonts that are listed for you to be able to choose from. So if I wanted to add a text box to this image right here, I could go and select Add Text Box. I'm going to add a text box right up here. I'm going to type America, and let's increase my font. And I want to change that to a white text or white background, excuse me. And let's try this one. So all you need to do is click on the actual text and it will change the font, as you can see on my screen to the left. So that's it, Extensis Fonts. It's a fairly easy add-on to use. It is just providing you with additional fonts if you would like to switch up your fonts for your students and provide them with a little bit more variety in your presentations. Another way to add some variety and spice to your Google Slides presentations is to add Bitmojis or add a Bitmoji to your presentations as you go through the slides. And so to do this, you would need to add Bitmoji as an extension to your Google Chrome browser. And so I already have Bitmoji added. Once you've added your Bitmoji extension, you would simply just click on Bitmoji, and your avatar is going to pop up here. And so let's say I want to do waving. Okay, so then I want to use this image. I am going to copy this image and I am going to paste it onto my page. I can adjust the size as needed. I'm hanging out here on the grass in America, and I'm waving. So Bitmojis are not the most educational thing to use with your students, but it's a way to add some variety to your presentations. It's a way to show some humor and show a lighter side of yourself to your students and gain some interaction with them that way. The other way to add some variety to your students is another tool that I am going to talk to you about, which is an extension called Giphy. Now, GIFs are the animated images that can be included in your Google Slides presentations. And so in order to include these, though, you need to have the Giphy extension. So to add that Giphy extension, you would need to search for it and add it to your Chrome extensions. And once you have it, you'll want to look up here in your Chrome extension bar. If you don't see it, you can go to this little puzzle piece with your drop-down menu for extensions. And my Giphy extension is down here at the bottom. And so if I select my Giphy extension, it's going to pop up here, and I want to say hello. So I will search hello, and let's just use this one right here. Going to drag it over here and drop it onto my slide, and now I have my Giphy that is inserted for my students. So again, we're focusing on engagement, showing a lighter side, showing a more personalized side of your presentations for your students. So Bitmojis and Giphies are excellent options in order to do that. Another option for adding visual stimulus to your Google Slides presentations is an add-on called Flaticon. And so Flaticon allows you to add icons to your presentations without having to worry about any copyright issues either. So you would go up here to add-ons, and you would add your Flaticon to your add-on section. So you'll go up here to add-ons, and you need to add Flaticon, obviously. And so you would go get add-ons and search for Flaticon. Flaticon in your add-on section does not show up as Flaticon. It shows up as icons for slides and docs. So I'm going to go to icons for slides and docs, and I am going to select start. My icons are going to pop up over here on the right-hand side. And as you can see, these are all different kinds of icons that you can use and incorporate into your slides. So let's say I want to do something with Facebook. I would go here to this icon. You click on the icon, and then if that is the one that you want to use, you can select insert, and it is going to insert directly onto your Google Slide presentation. And so I would just drag that over here, and I can resize as necessary. Now with Flaticon, one thing to note is that not all of the icons are free. If they have a crown by them, that means that you cannot use that icon. Well, you could actually use it, but you would have to pay for it. So just take note of that as well. So Flaticon, you can go ahead and insert any kind of icon without having to worry about copyright infringement issues. Our last tool that I want to go over with you is called Lucidcharts. And Lucidcharts is an additional add-on that can allow you to create charts for your students and incorporate them into your Google Slides presentations. And so if I go here to my add-ons, I am going to select Lucidchart Diagrams. If you needed to add it, again, you would go to Get Add-ons and search Lucidchart, and you can add that. So I am going to go to Insert Diagram, and I'm going to have diagrams pop up here on the right-hand side. Okay, so I can go ahead over here and select my diagrams, and you can see the diagrams that I have created. Now, in order to incorporate a diagram, I am going to add a new slide. I am going to delete my text boxes, and then I am going to add a diagram by simply clicking the plus button. And so when you insert the diagram, it doesn't automatically adjust like Unsplash does, but you can go ahead and drag and drop your image, drag and resize your image as needed. So you can see here that I've created a Venn diagram for The Great Gatsby, and I am comparing and contrasting Gatsby and Nick Carraway and looking at how they are alike. And so this is something that I could just have to visually show to my students rather than having to draw it on the board. Now, one note with Lucidcharts is that you need to actually create the diagrams yourself. And in order to do that, you would go down here to this plus button. And when you select the plus button, it's going to take you to a page that allows you to create diagrams. And so you can see we have flow charts, Venn diagrams, you have floor plans even. So if you were doing interior design or something like that, you could have students create it that way. It really has unlimited options. There's some iPhone. So if you're having your students maybe like in Romeo and Juliet, have Romeo and Juliet send text to each other, you could do something with that. Again, a lot of options that you can use for your students. And so just be mindful, though, that you do need to actually create them yourselves. They're not pre-made diagrams that you can insert. You would have to actually create that before you could insert it into the presentation. So today I went over 7 tools with you to incorporate into your Google Slides presentations to improve that visual stimulus for your students. And so we talked about Slides Mania, Unsplash, Extensis Fonts, Bitmojis, Giphy, Flaticon, and Lucidcharts. I hope that you can use some of these tools in your Google Slides presentations. If you have any questions regarding them, or if you would like any more further guidance on incorporating them into your presentations, just reach out to me and I would be more than happy to help.